Okay. Welcome to live chat. Okay. Hmm. All right, guys. I'm not sure if I messed this up or not. Well, that's not what I wanted. Okay. All right. Give me a second here. Okay. Okay. All right. I might have done it correctly. For a minute there, I thought, okay, I think I really messed this up. But Nancy, I see you down at the end. So if you can see like my decks of cards and you can hear my voice, please put in there that you can hear me and see. Just so I know everything is okay. All right. Yes. Yay. Thank you, Nancy. You might be the only one here, Nancy, which is perfectly fine. Because anybody that is unable to be here at this time, um, once it's done, then it's just going to go on my YouTube channel. All right. So while we're waiting for some more people to jump in, these are my three decks I'm using today in this live. It's the true crime, the evil eye, and the path of shadows. Now, I chose these on purpose. Um, these are not, let's see here, give me a second. Like, they're not bright and pink and pretty, but there's a reason I chose those. All right. So, if you got a chance to read my description for this live, we are gonna try our best to figure out what the energy is that is trying their hardest to block me. Now, one thing I can tell you, the last time um I dealt with this, now that one was a very negative spirit. Okay? This one, I'm not feeling that. It's like and we've gone back and forth about it in the chat. It's it's like there's just somebody's put out some energy there that they don't want truths to come out. Okay? That's just my opinion about that. All right. So, oh, dang. Sorry, guys. I wish I could, what do you call it? Reply to what you guys are talking about right now. Okay? But I am on my iPhone, and it was more important to me that you guys see the cards. Now, this is very in here like this. I wonder if there's a way I can back my camera up a little more. Guys, I don't feel like you guys going to be able to see all the cards at once. Okay, give me a second. Sorry, I'm pushing you guys around. Okay, that's a little better. And just know I'm gonna whatever cards come out, I am gonna put them up close to the camera so you guys can make sure you guys can see all these. All right. So I hope everybody's having a fabulous Monday. You're probably wondering why I'm home on a Monday. And that's because where I live, we got a whole lot of ice on the roads. It started after work last night, and it took me over an hour to get home doing 35 miles per hour. So I didn't do a video last night. That was scary. So I'm obviously not at work today. All right. So I'm going to set these aside. These have already been shuffled. I was a few minutes late because I'm going to be uploading a um it's not uploaded yet. As soon as I get off this live, then I got Dominic Dominic, I can't talk today. Evans, I believe is his last name. I did a reading on him, guys. Okay? Yeah. All right. So, as soon as this live is over, I'm going to go and upload that. It went a little longer than I thought it would, so I was a few minutes late coming onto this. All right. You're going to have to excuse if you see my robe here. Yes, I am in my robe. I'm at home and I'm comfy. And of course, I got to have my cup of coffee. If you're going to be home on a winter day where there's snow and ice everywhere, then at least be comfortable. All right. I'm going to choose a few cards um, out of the Path of Shadows. Okay. Now, just as kind of like a disclaimer here about this, I know it makes people a little worried about doing this type of reading, um, but you guys don't have to be worried. Okay. I put up really good boundaries and safeguards. Um, they can kind of still, like in one of my videos, something fell behind me. It I was like, "Okay, whatever." I just went on with the reading. But they can't do anything to me physically, okay? Now that was a negative spirit. This one's not. This one's just out there kinda causing havoc, and blocking people. So you don't have to worry. This is not the same type of spirit. They are just liking causing some issues. All right. So I got two cards out of the Path of Shadows. And of course, we all know most of these have some um creepy or some weird poems on them, and this one does. This is showing a dark-haired lady, um, very voluptuous. All right. And the poem says, I wonder how much of myself I've lost in others. The pieces that remain, no one can notice. Okay. Some of these I just go, what? What is that supposed to mean? And this is the point where I always ask you guys, okay, what do you guys, what do you guys think about this card? What is this card saying? Hmm. And the name of the card is people pleasing. Huh. I'm Why do I have the feeling that in the chat, you guys might be putting a name down? All right. This is the dagger card, and it's talking about determination, action, taking action, right? Um, this was not what I expected to come up. Oh, wait, we're putting them up there. Hopefully, we get some more information about that. You know what? I'm going to choose one more. Sorry if you guys can't see my shuffling. I know that does upset some people, but uh, all right, I'm gonna choose this one. Oh, wow. Okay, the third and last Path of Shadows card. It's the Skull card. It can represent obvious things like death, um, but it can also represent power, transcendence, like somebody Okay, in this context, this is what this card is saying. The this the energy of this spirit is that's trying to block me. It does have power, but not the type of power that can physically hurt somebody. It's I'm going to mess with the energy so that you can't go forward. It's that type of power. Now, the transcendence, hmm, that is not talking about this energy. It is talking about somebody's like a human being on this earth has become more. That there's somebody behind what's been going on. Okay. That's what that's talking about. Okay. And most likely we're going to come back to those. In my readings, a lot of times what happens if something just, that's weird, I don't know what's going on with that, a lot of times it'll come back. Now, I forgot to share with you guys. This is the Evil Eye Oracle cards, and as I was shuffling, this card came out, and all I was doing is shuffling. I hadn't started yet. I'm just starting right now. This is the one that came out. Somebody is doing black magic juju work on you. I thought, well, that's weird. Not that, and don't get me wrong, guys. Whoever is behind this, because there has to be somebody in this type of stuff that goes on, there has to be somebody behind it. It's not going to go on all by itself. And it doesn't literally mean on me. This is in general. And usually magic, it's somebody who delves in dark magic. There are so many people out there that they call themselves white witches. They are all about the light. They're all about good. It's about helping people. Just like I live in the light. I don't practice in anything that's dark. So that's what this card is talking about. All right. Let's put these up here. I wish I could be reading you guys's comments. I have got to figure out how to use my laptop, set that up so I can look over and see you guys' comments. Because if you guys have questions, while this is going on, I will stop and answer a question for you. Okay? I do not have a problem with that at all. All right. So this is basically all this is talking about is the energy that is trying to block not only myself, but many, many other psychic mediums, tarot readers, intuitive readers. It's it's happening to a lot of us. So it's kind of something that just got put out there into that kind of bad energy that somebody is producing and just putting it out there on a lot of us. Um, so, all right. I hope you guys are still here and that I didn't mess this up. I've never gone live before, so I have no clue. It took me a little bit to get to where I could even set this up. Then I couldn't figure out how to start the live. Like, it was I'm like, okay, my people are pretty patient people. All right. All right. Hey, look at that. I saw little hearts. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. So now I know. Oh, there we go. You guys have probably seen these before. I used this deck with that other spirit, but that one was a pretty evil spirit. This one, not so much. This is called a trickster spirit. That's and I was wondering that, um, because it kind of felt that way, like doing they tend to go and do some weird things. They don't do super bad things. They just go and cause a little chaos, okay, in people's lives, specifically such as what's been going on here. So that's good because I was asking it before I even went live. I was asking what type of spirit this is and what they're trying to accomplish. I also brought up about if you can give us some they're not gonna give me information willingly, by the way. Um, I have my spirit guide step forward. She's feeding me information, okay? Because like a negative spirit or, like these, the trickster spirits, they're not gonna give you information. Their role is just to cause kinda chaos, you know? I mean, okay. Alright. Alright, guys. Do you remember one of my readings for Annie? And I said she was the weak link? One of my question was, "Who's behind it?" Now, this is my opinion. I've started saying that a lot, guys, because I don't feel like getting my channel shut down, and I should have thought about that before. Alright, this shows a man and a woman's hands, um, and it's the low self-esteem one, and it says, "Their envy and inferior towards you stems from deep-rooted childhood wounds." See, you remember Tommaso's? I talked about he's got some childhood wounds. So, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to state who you think is behind this. I mean, I know that's a silly thing to say, I'm aware, because I think we kinda already know, but I wanted verification. I wanted validation that, yes, I need to know who's behind this because it just keeps coming up. You know, I mean, sometimes on a weekly basis, I am feeling this energy, and it's not a scary energy. It's just trying to cause a little chaos within me, within my gifts. And so then I have to do like almost like a cleansing of my home. And then I I stop feeling that energy, and then a week later, here comes another one, and it's different ones, guys. It's not just one, okay? This one, I know it's gonna sound silly. It almost feels like a child like behavior. It's not a child, okay? But it feels like that, like very immature. And there is 0 threat there to me, 0. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done this on a live, like with that other one that was and I have done some for, clients in the past, and the worst one was wow, that one was I had to prepare a long time before I, even started it, because that one was true evil in the biggest sense of the word, and they were talking to me, like, in my head. They were laughing with glee. It was something. Okay. Um, okay. Now, this one, you're gonna probably say, "What in the world does that have to do with a spirit?" You have to know in Dominic Evans' reading that I just finished that I'm gonna upload, I got the copycat card in that one also. Alright. Let's see. Oh, well, that's I've gotten this one before, guys, in that other reading. Now, this is not the same. I just wanna say that so people don't worry. It is not the same as that negative energy. What matters in here is what's down here. This is delays, problems, interruptions with well, it says transportation, but that doesn't apply here, and it says end communication. That's that fits this to the T, like interrupting communication. When I'm connecting with whether it's a guide, whether it's I'm connecting with somebody such as Nancy. Uh, some Normally when I connect to a spirit, something one of these cards that have basically almost the same meaning will come out. And it says they will play victim once they know they're losing. And it's not talking about victimhood, so to speak. This is talking about, okay, I don't like how this is going, so I'm out of here. Also, any negative spirit or such as this type here, they can only be in my presence for so long. It's impossible for them to stay. And then once they go away, they know what I'm doing. They know what I'm all about, and I don't s I don't hear from them again until, another one, another energy comes around. That's just an occupational hazard, guys. When I first started connecting with people that have passed away and something like this, sorry, that was me that flipped that over, not anything in the reading. Um Once they know that, I just oh, sorry, I got sidetracked there. When I first started doing this, it used to scare the crap out of me. And that stems all the way back from I started seeing negative spirits when I was about 4 or 5, and they would terrorize me. And I just wasn't mentally there as a 4 or 5-year-old to be able to rationalize what I was seeing because they would show themselves to me. Huh. Okay, guys. I got another card in a reading not that long ago when they were talking about this personality disorder. Huh. I'm hoping that comes to me because I want to say I was saying something similar to this or this card came up when I was reading for Annie or something. I could be totally wrong about that because I've done so many readings that some of them they just blend together. Uh, I can kind of see here. Dark cards. These are they can be considered dark cards, but they're not dark in that true sense of the word. Like when when it comes to dark cards, there's two different types. There's a true dark card that somebody that practices in, like what we've determined here, in like dark magic, dark things, right? Those decks are out there. I mean, I won't even click into them on Amazon or another on eBay or anything because I don't want any part of that. These are just the pictures aren't pretty to look at. Um, but when you're talking about a negative spirit or a spirit of any type that's trying to cause chaos, it would can you imagine if I let me see. Where let me get one. I'll show you guys. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Oh, this is the perfect one. Can you imagine if I used this deck, which I love this deck. It's called the Dreamy Home Fortune Telling. Now, the keywords, all these can be uh, pretty silly, but it's what it's talking about, what this card is representing is what matters. But can you see me using these on a reading like this about a spirit that doesn't want the best for me? These are pretty and they're beautiful and they've got a shiny pink thing, and I fell in love with them, right? That's not going to give me the information that I need right now. And after this, after this live, I'm doing a cleansing of my home. I needed to know what type of spirit. That's what this deck is for. It really is. So the pictures are kind of like, ooh, some of them I don't even like looking at. But this deck is made for this. Okay? All right. So, I'm going to put this one over here. Okay. So, this one here, this one, it's kind of telling me who. Remember my question, what type and who's behind it. So we're getting those answers. All right. So I'm going to go to a different deck. Now, these are the true crime decks. These two just came out. Let's take a look at what we have here. Okay. Now, these obviously are not going to be they're not going to be this either because crime isn't pretty. It's quite ugly. Okay. The road and lies. Okay. This is talking about, let's see, let's group these. I like doing this. These kind of all go together here. These are about this spirit. These are about who's behind it. Somebody that's got some type of personality disorder, that low self-esteem. Okay. Remember with a certain person's reading, it talked about lies, duality, and I'm not talking about Savannah's reading. There was another reading. That the person is kind of like living a lie. Okay? This is about this. Who's involved? They have gone down a road here that I don't know if they can ever get back from. Okay? Because they're kind of, whoever this is, this person or persons, they're they're dealing in some real dark stuff. Now you remember, I'm just gonna say it like this, A's reading that I did, and there was a certain number of cards that came out that are like, "Oh my gosh, that person is dealing in some dark, bad stuff." Bad. So, um, I like the question, or it was more of a statement about dark cards. The cards themselves are not dark, they're talking about dark subjects in life, okay? I refuse to own one of those decks that are 100% dark, and that's what they're used for, to do kind of bad things to other people. Alright. I hope that kinda talks about it. Alright. Um, alright, I can't go back up right now, guys, and you guys are talking about reposting something, and I'm wondering if you guys are talking about that 3rd winner. By the way, the 3rd winner, please let me know what type of reading you want, okay? Um, I've shipped the tarot box off, and then I did one of the winners, their reading, which is under my YouTube. They gave me permission to keep it public because she said she wants that reading to bless other people, which I thought was incredibly special. But I haven't heard back from the 3rd person. I think the first name is Lauren. So if you see this, just let me know what type of reading you want so I can get it done for you this week. All right. Um, I'll have to go back up and look. What? Okay. Darn. Sorry, I wish I had seen what that, because maybe I could help with something. But don't worry. One of my favorite things to do toward the end of my day is to go and read you guys' comments. It's oh gosh. Oh, it came out off the camera. Dang it. Okay, who was on my live? Not my live, but who was on my who viewed my video the other day? All right. Dang it. I forgot to hold my hands further out this way. I have such a weird setup here. Um, but that just flipped out on its own. You know what? This is going over here because the people behind this are involved with this. I think that's the 3rd time that card has come out. See, I mean, they're definitely not pretty cards, are they? This true crime oracle deck. I told this story in one of my videos that I was going on Amazon one day. This this popped up um on my Amazon feed. And I'm like, I don't know. I was just drawn to it and I went and bought it. And I had no idea why I would buy a true crime because I wasn't doing any readings about crime. So it sat here for quite some time. And as soon as I was drawn to Nancy's case, I knew why. And I've been using it ever since. But it's not something that okay. This is a lot of cards, but I am gonna look at them. Okay. Oh, guys, this is starting to get so weird. It really is. Sorry for somebody called me being dramatic. I was being theatrical. No, this is weird. This came up the other day. I'm like, what in the world? Okay, some people in my chat, not my chat, but on my comments have been bringing certain things up that might be um involved with this. Some not too nice people. This came up. Keep him. Yep, this came up. That goes right here. Oh, look, the money card and the boat. The boat and water keep coming up over and over. I normally would never hold on to let me move these. It's just too hard for you guys to see the orientation that I'm have this. It just keeps coming up, guys. Boat and water. They just keep coming out. People will say, well, if you use that deck a lot, wouldn't it? He would not be. Look, that's never came out. Oh, that one has. Oh, look, outer space. There would be no need for that one to come out. I mean, there's a lot of cards in here. So, and think about the odds of, I don't know how many this is, but I think I have 84 in this deck. It's a huge deck. And if I'm pulling, say, 8 cards out of 80, do you know the odds of this keep coming out? That it should be very low odds. So, all right. How long? I have no idea how long I've been on. 27 or 37. Sorry, I can't see my phone. My phone is up above my head. Sorry, I had no idea how close this was going to be. I'd never done a live. So it is very close. So the next live I do, I will make sure that my tripod stand which is connected to my desk, is kind of pulled back a little bit. Oh, the healing card. Hmm. Okay. Why would that come out? I got nothing. It's pretty rare I get nothing. I talk a lot. Huh. I'm wondering, guys, if that's supposed to be over here. Or Savannah's name just came up to me. Just that, Savannah. I know a lot of people don't like that she went back to work. They feel it's very cold. But you gotta realize, I don't even know how many days. It's been over, I think way over a month now. So we're just gonna sit that one over there. You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping this one isn't the truest sense, like, face value, the dagger card. I'm just hoping that is not what that's representing. Am I the only one that even though the same things keep coming out in so many of these readings, that there's a tiny, tiny part of us that still hope that Nancy would be alive? Oh, thank you. Somebody told me 37 minutes. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. That news report was wrong. I swear, half the things I read on these, even these big stations like Fox News and everything, they give the worst information. Uh, what if Savannah? I'm reading your, I can read this one here because it's right at the bottom. And, oh, oh, I'm reading, it's way down at the bottom. Wendy, no. Hi, Wendy. I've been seeing your name under my comments. Hmm. You're not the only one. After Savannah's reading the other day, I had quite a number of people state it as a question, not accusing her. And it's always been, everybody's been very respectful about it. Like, wouldn't it be something if Savannah, on and on. People are just, and somebody said a comment that is very true. How do we know? How do we know what somebody is truly like when they're not in front of the cameras? How do we know what has gone on in their lives? We don't. Hmm. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to choose a couple more of these. And the only reason I'm going to choose a couple more is because I'm very interested in what comes out. If some of the same stuff. And you guys that wrote certain things about certain people in the chat about this, celebrities. And when it says celebrity, it could just mean a very well known person, by the way. It doesn't have to be a movie star or something along those lines. You guys have been given some really good thought provoking things about what happens if this comes from people that maybe Savannah interviewed and they got really quite upset. I mean, think about it. This could end up going in a lot of different ways. Somebody else outside from it could have ended up initiating this involving certain people, though. All right. I'm going to let you guys go here in just a minute. Um, my questions have been answered. Like, what spirit and who's behind it? Those were I like to keep it to just a few questions so that I get as in depth of information as possible. So I usually pick my top questions. Okay. All right. I'm going to choose this. Oh, that one came out the other day too. Good Lord. Are you guys as surprised at me that the same information keeps coming at me? The exact same. Not same information with different cards. No, the same information with the same cards. Why do I feel like I have and by the way, I wanted to explain because somebody asked that in the chat the other day about a spirit guide. What this is it's somebody who has passed away. She's elderly, but when she was alive on this earth, she was incredibly smart and a leader within her own home, within her family, and she has stuck with me ever since. So, like with this, I asked her to step forward. I felt it. It's like it almost feels like people ask, like, "How do you know they're stepping forward?" It's almost like 2 ends of a rubber band. I've got one, she's got one, and then it just goes, and you kind of feel them right with you. And I asked her to give me as much information as she possibly could concerning this and who's behind it. And wasn't this just in the I just read a comment the other day, not the other day, yesterday, that said, "Oh, yeah, somebody in the family has addiction." And they said it could also point to somebody giving her being Nancy, something. I love those thought-provoking things because they kinda stay with me, and I kinda keep it in the back of my mind. Alright, let me see if I can possibly see any more. I like dramatic. That's cute. I like dramatic. My mom told me I'm dramatic. I love it. Hey, I don't mind being dramatic. Oh, in my profession, sometimes I have to purposely be dramatic to get the point across. Oh, yeah, these cards definitely do. Like, oh, the other thing about cards, just so you guys know, cards have 0 power. They really do. You get these in the mail from Amazon. The cards have 0 power. There's nothing in here. The power comes from, 1, the spirit has given me gifts that I've had all my life. And, like, with this reading, Claire, she's feeding me a bunch of information. And it just so happens that these are drawn by me. It's connected. So the true power does not come from the cards. These are just cardboard. At least my gifts of discernment, my intuition, the I actually hear I can see pictures within my head. I can hear talking. That's where the power within me comes from. These have no power. 'Cause I just answered that because somebody asked me the other day. Um, dang. Oh, thank you. About my desk. It says, ask another card or pull another deck for that. Oh, I missed what the question was. Darn. What was the question that you wanted me to pull another card? Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome. I've had so many people interested in learning tarot, how this all works. And, I can't do it right now, I've got a lot on my plate, but at some point down the road somewhere, I might even start, um, like a live type blog about tarot because I have a lot of people asking me about learning it. Hold on. Oh, man. Let me read. I don't wanna miss it again. Okay, it almost looks real. I'm trying to find that question. Darn, I missed it. But I'll go back and go through, and hopefully I'll see it about another using another deck. Well, I think I still got 9 minutes. YouTube does not like lives that go over an hour. Let me see here. Um, I'm just taking a look. Okay. Oh, Lord. One of these days, I'm gonna take a picture of my decks because I have so many, so many. Um, hmm. Oh, and by the way, there are I do have several decks that I thought I was drawn to, and they're very nice. They're very nice decks. But then once I got them, unlike this, I kind of set them aside and knew kind of someday I'm gonna need these. But there's some I've had for like a year, and I'm not drawn to them. Never have been. So I might start including those in the giveaways because I love my decks. I'm a tad obsessed about them. I am not being drawn to. Okay. You know what? Just for the heck of it, I'm going to draw one card from the Haunted Echoes Oracle deck. This is a newer deck I got, and I love this deck too. People say, "How can you have almost 40 decks and how can you possibly use them?" On average, I use at least 3 decks in my readings. Hmm. 3 came out. These are not for this. Frozen Whispers. You know the first thing I just thought of? There was a there was a reading I did in the video that 2 different people heard. I didn't hear it. So they've got some really good they have gifts whether they realize it or not. They heard whispering, and one said something about Nancy, and the other I don't remember what the other one was, and 2 different people said they heard it. And this is the Frozen Whispers. Listen to advice and the intuition you once ignored. Heed their wisdom. And heed their wisdom is talking about one, my guide, the spirit that's given this to me, these gifts to me. Well, that wasn't, I thought it was going to be something about this, but it's not. It's for me. Okay. All right, guys. Let me look at these really quick. I might even have to stand up so I can read. So in case I can, what do you do? I'm going to move this just a little. Sorry, guys. Oh, you're welcome. Sheridan. Thank you. You might be right, Wendy, about that drug poison card. There's a reason. I think that one's come up 3 times. Yep, I've always got to go with what it's immediately telling me. Don't, and that's the thing about doing any type of reading. Don't linger too long. Go with exactly what you got from that card the minute it's pulled. Now, these up here, I kind of moved on. I didn't forget about them. That, mm, I'm hoping it's not what I think. This has to do with a dark haired lady that we all know. Yep. Oh, when I say spirit, also, oh, twin mom. I never went back and listened, and I lost track of what video it was on. Dang. Um, all right. Oh, so a lot of people will call it spirit, or a lot of people utilize angels as their guide. A lot of people have spirit guides, which they, when they say spirit, it's just two words. It's somebody who has passed on that has chosen to come into that psychic medium's life and just be there waiting to give help, to step forward whenever they're asked. Oh, Sheridan. When you say you can almost see them, their essence, I guess it is. What is that? Like, what are you saying concerning that? I'm really interested. Yeah, any type of, I've gotten drugs come up in different decks. And the other one that comes up is addiction slash gambling debt. That one's come up multiple times. Yeah, any type of addiction is really, really hard. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you, twin mom. I appreciate that. Since I'm home today, I have time. All right. You guys are just the best. I know I say that so much, but I truly believe it. Like, okay, is it bad of me that I was like, okay, these roads are all icy. I don't know if my county that I live in has run out of salt or something, but it is so dangerous. But there was a part of me that said, yes, now I can do that live that I've been wanting to do. How terrible is that? I was happy because this is my happy place. Work is work. Work is for paying bills. Yeah, that is a hard one. And any of the drugs, gambling, any type of addiction like that can devastate a family financially, emotionally. It just it can do really bad things. Somebody had asked me to do a video talking about my life, since I am very open that I've had my gifts from birth. I've always known they were there. I always knew I was different, but I just hid it a lot. Um, my first home, my home that I grew up in South Dakota, there was bad evil in that home. It was an old farmhouse, and that was evil. But I'm just wondering, is that something anybody would even be interested in? You know? like all the gifts I have, what they entail, how they've come out, how they've helped me in my readings and to grow addition other gifts that I have. I just don't know if anybody would be really interested. Jennifer, my daughter does, but just like myself, I was raised in church and I was taught from an early age that um anything even close to this is pure evil. There's nothing good about it. It's Satan's helping me. Okay, this is what I grew up in. So I just kept pushing aside, and some of the gifts that I pushed aside early on in life, they're just now resurfacing. And she's kind of the same way. And um she had a very bad experience with an evil spirit. She has no idea that I allowed it to attach to me and come with me. She has no idea I did that. That was a hard couple of days. Um, but she doesn't want to talk about this. Um, she doesn't because of what happened. She's even gotten readings in her life. She's talked about having this natural intuition, and by her words, I know 100% that she's got some of this. But she after that experience, she told me, "I don't wanna ever talk about this again, mom." And I have to respect that. I did help her. Later on, I said, "Hey, I know you don't wanna talk about what I do, but have you felt that spirit here with you anymore?" She goes, "No, not at all. It's completely gone." I'm like, "Good, good." I never told her what I went through to because as soon I was babysitting, and as soon as they left the home, um, it just started attacking me. I got rid of it though, and she has no idea what I did for her. It was my days off, and that was rough, really rough. That was the worst one I've ever encountered. Uh, Sharon, sorry, I missed it. Well, you said that last line could be the entire mystery unfolded. Which last line? Yeah, yeah, Jennifer. Um, man. And there is a psychic medium on, I found her on YouTube. Um, and she kind of changed my life because she has the same history as me. Raised in religion, taught one thing, but woke up one day and realized, no, if God's given me these gifts, how can they be bad? How can they be evil? And she turned everything around for me. Yeah, that boat that came out in my first reading with Nancy. And in my reading, I'm asking, not out loud to you guys, but in my head, I'm asking her, where are you? And the boat, and I got two cards out together. One was a boat, one was water. They came out together. And both those cards keep coming out. Hmm. Let's see if I can see what Sharon. Oh, Sheridan. I hadn't thought of that. Wow. Yes, she does. She does know I do tarot. She calls it my because she has no idea that I do this. She calls it my, what's the word she used? Oh, I can't think of the word. It's like when you do something on the side, like knit or it's that word. Like something you just kind of play at. But no, she has no idea what I do. Like, I mean, because she's adult, she's married, she had my grandbabies, so I have to respect when she doesn't want to have anything to do with this. Yeah, Sharon, and I hadn't thought of that. Okay, I did a little research. I know I'm going way over my hour. YouTube's not gonna be happy with me. I don't care. Um, I was shocked at how many lakes there are. Who would think that there are these huge lakes around Tucson or within a few hours? There was one, I don't remember what it was. It was brought up for me to look into. Rose something. I have it written down somewhere. I was shocked that one of those lakes is 44-foot deep. That is extremely deep. Thank you, Diana. Right. And before she had that dealings with that really negative spirit, um, I explained that to her. Cards are just paper. She went, "Oh, oh, I thought that tarot readers were saying that the power was in the card." I said, "No, that's just cardboard. There's no power in that." Yep, Sharon, you're right. It's all about that energy that's out there. Energy is all around us, from human beings all the way to plants, the weather. Everything is about energy. Go down. Maybe where they are. Keeper. Sorry, I'm reading. I talk out loud sometimes when I'm reading. Yeah, it has still felt sorry, I'm behind on comments, by the way. Um, I am still seeing she's either in water or she's by water. Yeah, very true, Sharon. That comment of yours is that they don't want us to learn the truth. Oh, Sheridan, that's cool about especially about the angels and that you use your own family to help. That's very cool. I've only lost one person in my life, and that was my dad. And he was under the impression that this is all evil. So I tried to do a reading with him, and he refused. Yeah, certain cards, Wendy, do that to me. I'm reading Wendy's comment that the boat gives me a headache. Yeah, certain cards from 1 second to the next, my head will hurt. Let's see. J I don't know your name. JNDI2? I don't know what cartomancy is. Oh, okay, Ruth. I'll do that. I'll read your comment under hers, under Savannah's reading. Oops, is somebody saying I'm we're doing we're doing witchcraft up there? Somebody with a P letter. I'm definitely not doing witchcraft. All right. All right. Guys, I think I'm gonna let you go. Um, before YouTube gets too upset that I've gone over an hour, but that's okay. I enjoyed myself and um I am actually hoping to do one live a week. This was just to put out if anybody was interested in this. Um, so I really oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't finish my sentence. Oh, Jay, thank you. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it or not, but I actually really enjoying it. It's a form or deviation that uses yeah, no, that's not yeah, I don't use that. The cartomancy. There are so many gifts out there, guys, that I don't have. I believe I've got 8. Um, so do you know what your bloodline is? Are you native? I've got a tiny, tiny bit of native in me, but mostly it's European. I am almost one half Swedish. That's on my mom's side. I do have just a tiny, tiny bit. No, one thing I just thought the doctors couldn't help me, but for almost 40 years now, I have daily migraines. And one day I woke up and I went, oh, it's once I started back and I just accepted the gifts I have and let's go forward. Um, yeah, it's just, it's a horrible side effect, but I'm not gonna give up gifts because of that. Oh, oh, good. Hi, Ruth. Oh, okay, cool. I'll try to do your reading today. Oh, okay. All right, Jennifer, I might have to go and take a look because I am so curious about other gifts. I'll just remember Sky and look for somebody that's an Australian reader. Oh, okay. Hi, Sharon. Sorry. Yeah, Sharon, you're right. Oh, Wendy, my too. My first live too. So we're all kind of, oh, there was a bad pun I was going to say. We're all in the same boat. But that's really bad. That was a bad pun. Yeah, Sharon, you are right. I have realized that. I have you the way I've raised my kids are in mid 30s to almost 40. Um, I'm telling part of my age here. Um, and I raised them that there's more out there than people realize, that we should keep an open mind about things and not close or shut down on things. All right. Oh, Victoria, you you always lift me up with the things that you tell me. And sometimes you say things right at the right moment. I believe in divine timing. There's been things that you've said that, really wonderful things that switch something around for me in a heartbeat. So thank you for that. Oh, I am so happy. That you're reading, I mean, I think they're all beautiful when I do a reading for somebody like that. Um, and yours just touched me like you would not believe. He showed me so many pictures along with the emotions and with his words. And I got fully invested in that reading. I love that reading. Um, Jade, there's I'm gonna be probably next week. I'm gonna be giving some information in a very short post, or not post, but a short video about my next giveaway. I think we're almost at 2,000 subscribers. Um, and I was gonna do 3,000, but that's not realistic. It's not gonna go up that much that fast. And I don't want to wait that long. So I put it down to 2,500, but that's subject to change. If I don't want to wait, I'm an impatient person sometimes. Um, I'll put it down lower. But I'm going to be doing some short videos talking about the giveaway. And in there um, is about winning a full in depth. On average, my full in depth readings, the free ones and paid ones, are about an hour long. Oh, the truth telling company. Oh, I've heard of her. I've heard of that. Oh, I gotta go. I'm gonna go look at her. Victoria, it really was. And at the end, I just had to get it together. It was so hard because your son's pictures that he showed me were amazing. Were amazing. I felt like I was right there in that kitchen with you, experiencing it with him and you. So I'm like, I just kept saying, get it together, Wendy. But, I'm a very, very strong empath. So I absorb like his emotions. And being connected to you through him, I'm feeling your emotions also. Okay. All right. You guys are absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I didn't know if I was going to enjoy this, but this has been very enjoyable. What the next time, I didn't have enough time. The next time I'm going to set up my laptop next to me and kind of open the chat as large as I can get it so that I can answer any questions. Or you guys may see something in a card or you get this intuition about a card. I want to be able to see that as I'm doing this live reading so that it's very thought provoking. Oh, Wendy, he said, I need a nickname though, because I get lost as soon as I hear it. Oh, you guys are so welcome. So welcome. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm gonna immediately upload Dominic's reading. Okay? Um, I was looking forward to doing that one, and it came out. It's very interesting. It's very validating. I'll say that. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your Mondays. Thank you for taking over an hour of your time in your life to jump on to my first live and interact with each other, which, by the way, I love. Um, and with me. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. You make my life wonderful. All right. I will see you guys in the next video. I don't know how to stop this. Sorry, guys. I have no clue. How do you stop this? Nope, that's not it. I might have to just leave the live going forever. Like, how do you stop a live? This is so silly. All right, let me see. Let me see if I actually close out of there. Oh, there it is. All right.